Know that God is nigh.
Have mercy.
Stand still and look up. God is going to show up. He is standing by. Can I say that one more time? Don't be discouraged. Reggie, this is for you. Joy comes in the morning. Know that God is nigh. Stand still and look up.
Oh, yeah.
God is going to show up.
All right. Yes, he is.
He is standing by. There's healing for your soul. Healing for your pain. Healing for your spirit. There's shelter from the rain. Lord send the healing. For this we know there is a bomb beginning to heal your soul. Healing for your soul. Healing for your soul. Healing for your soul. Healing for your soul. Ruth, the first chapter. Thank you, Jesus. Ruth chapter 1. And I'm going to start at the 16th verse. How many of you know that the Lord is going to heal your soul?
Yeah.
Somebody is discouraged, but I need to know that the Lord is going to heal their soul. Ruth, the first chapter, starting at the 16th verse, and it reads, But Ruth replied, Do not persuade me to leave you, or go back and not follow you.
Amen.
For wherever you go, I will go.
That's right.
And wherever you live, I will live. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord do this to me, and even more, if anything but death separate you and me. If I could use for a topic, I have a topic and a subtopic. The topic is, I am that ride or die chick.
I know that's right.
And the subtopic is, do you live by your name? Now the phrase ride or die chick sometimes puts a bad taste in people's mouth because a ride or die chick is not always a good thing. A ride or die chick is mainly a woman who is down with you no matter what, through the good and through the bad. If anything pops off, your ride or die chick is going to be there. She don't even have to know what's going on at all. All she knows is that my girl or my boy is in some kind of trouble. And she's coming and ready for whatever's about to happen. Ride or die chicks are loyal people. Anything you need, they got you. If you get into some kind of trouble, they're there to help you through it. If you need somebody to pay your bill, that ride-or-die chick gonna take money out of her own bills just to make sure you are taken care of. Now that's a ride-or-die chick. Anything you need, she got your back. Do you consider yourself a ride-or-die chick? Do you really live by your name? Not only are you a ride-or-die chick, but are you a ride-or-die pastor? Can the members depend on you when they are in serious need? Are you a ride-or-die deacon? Can the pastor depend on you to help him in the church? Are you a ride-or-die missionary? Can you pray for folks without judging them? Are you a ride-or-die usher? Can you greet people in love and not hate you? Are you a ride-or-die choir member? Can you sing even when they don't sing your song? Are you a ride-or-die minister or elder? Can you minister to folks and not put their business out on blast? Are you a ride-or-die member? Can you support your church, your leader, and not talk bad about your ministry? Are you a true ride-or-die? Do you really live by your name? Now, ride-or-die people are loyal and compassionate. They do what they do because they want to, not because they have to. They are not backbiters or haters, but true supporters. Do you really live by your name? Are you the one that always cheering people through the good or the bad? Or the one that kicks people when they're already down? Do you really live by your name? Now we're going to go to the book of Ruth, the first chapter, where the Bible is talking about a man by the name of Elimelech, which is Hebrew for God is king. Now Elimelech lived by his name because he served God until he died. Elimelech had a wife by the name of Naomi, which is Hebrew for my joy or my delight. So Naomi lived by her name because she was a joy to be around. Now Elimelech and Naomi had two sons, one named Mahlon and one named Chilion. They also lived by their names. Mahlon is Hebrew, means sickness. And Chilion means finished or complete. And within 10 years of living, both of Naomi and Elimelech's sons died. That's why you have to be very careful what you name your children. Because you might be cursing your children and don't even know it. People naming their children Lucifer, Hennessy, Ciroc, Sweet Baby Jesus, and you don't even know that you're cursing your baby before they even grow up. You are already putting a bad name on your child. I'll never forget when my niece was born and she was 1 pound. And the doctor said that she wasn't going to make it. So my mother-in-law calls my sister-in-law and says, what are you going to name your baby? And she told her. And she said, no, name her Zoe because it means life. And when immediately she changed her name, Zoe started gradually gaining weight. And started gradually getting healthy. And now she's 7 years old, going on 27, but healthy. Tell your neighbor, make sure you are living by your name. Now before Milion and Chilion died, they married 2 Moabite women. One name was Orpah and the other name was Ruth. Orpah is Hebrew, which means deer, fawn, an animal that just eats, sleeps, and defecates. Nothing natural. The first sign of trouble, they leave. And that's exactly what Orpah did. After her husband, father-in-law, and brother-in-law dies, Orpah kisses Naomi and leaves her. See, she too lived by her name. Now tell your neighbor, everybody that says that they are for you are really not. Everybody don't want to see you prosperous and victorious. There are folks that are smiling in your face and telling you how much they love you. But the minute you fall, they're going to kiss you and leave you today. Do you really live by your name? While you're standing there, they're all for you. They got your back. But the minute that you fall, you don't see them anymore. But tell your neighbor, I still Got my ride or die chick. Now everybody should have this one person in their life.
They need one. They better get them one.
No matter what, they still got your back. In the corner, cheering and rooting for you.
Yes, sir.
When everybody say you ain't nothing, you ain't gonna never be nothing. You got somebody in the corner cheering you on, telling you you can do this. You can make it. Let's do this together. Ruth was the ride or die chick for Naomi. As many times Naomi told Ruth to go back home, I don't have any more sons for you to marry. I'm too old to marry again and have more children. And even if I do have more children, are you going to stay around until they get old enough for you to marry? And Ruth is like, I ain't even thinking about none of that stuff you talking about. That has nothing to do with the man. But this is the relationship between me and you. And my loyalty to you. See, the word loyal is not a word that is used often because people don't know how to use the word loyal anymore. Monday, we friends. Wednesday, you don't like me. Thursday, we friends again. Friday, you don't like me. Sunday, we friends. But Monday, here comes again, and you're not even speaking to me. Where is your loyalty?
Come on now.
Ruth was loyalty.
Come on.
Ruth is Hebrew for loyal companion, friend, vision of beauty.
Say so.
If anybody have a Ruth right now, you better cherish her. Because Ruths are hard to come by. Ruth told Naomi, don't keep asking me to leave. Because where you go, I'm going. Where you live, I'm going to live. Naomi, I love you so much that whatever God you serve, I'm going to serve. Where you live, I'm going to live. Where you die, I'm going to die there too. And where you buried, I'm going to be buried there. Live by your name. Be loyal. Be compassionate. Be caring. Be a ride or die. If you love your pastor, be a ride or die for your church. Take the ministry like it's your own and tell your pastor wherever you go, I'm going. Your God will be my God. Your people will be my people. Be a Ruth for your church and for your ministry. Be that ride or die for your ministry. Don't let nobody come into your church and talk bad about your ministry and your pastor. And you condone it. Don't be an open when trouble comes and you leave. But be a Ruth and stand there and go through with your church. Don't give up. You don't give up on it, but keep pushing it. Show your leader that you are down doing this together. Live by your name. Don't be like Million and Chilion. In 10 years die and nothing has been accomplished. But stick it out until victory comes. Be the best ride or die you can be. Everybody is not cut out to be a ride or die because they don't know how to be loyal. But you make sure you are the best ride or die that you could ever be. Live by your name. Regardless of what you have to go through in being a Ruth or ride or die, stick it out. If don't nobody else clean the church, you ask the pastor for the key and come clean the church. If nobody at the church is on time, you make sure you on time. Start praying until they get here. If don't nobody else sing to the glory of God, you make sure you give God exactly what he deserves. Be loyal in this thing. Be faithful. God said if you are faithful over a few things, he will make you a ruler over men. Live by your name. Show your church and show your pastor that I don't care how many offers are in here. I'm going to be